Hey yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy Matthew Maley for MatthewMaley.com. Well, as you can tell, got the jersey on, so we are back at it with another 2012 NFL and fantasy recap video, this time for week 14. So, change the jersey. As you can tell, no change. It's been a bad couple weeks for your boy, let's just say that. First off, we'll say, well, at least I couldn't go 0-4 this week, considering the fact that I was on bye in the one league. That's good, right? Yeah, awesome. But that does mean I could go 0-3. And I sure did. Let's get right into it. No lollygagging. First off, 0-2 in the pros. Start with the Ravens. Switched up the jersey after the horrible loss last week. Went right here to the dude. Should be carrying this team. And another loss. And I had a bad feeling this was like a trap game. I really did have a feeling that this was going to be a loss. And it was one of those things, like, as much as I tried to shake it, I couldn't, like, as much as I tried to think, no, think positive, I just couldn't. And sadly, I was right. And I got to give the Redskins credit. They did play well, but there were so many opportunities for the Ravens to win that game. And to have another overtime game and another loss really sucks. So I ended up 31-28. Redskins won it in overtime. Flacco didn't have a horrible game. He actually was pretty decent with percentage, 16-21. Only 182 yards, kind of with 3 touchdowns. The biggest thing was a fumble. And the fumble is really what killed it. That was what killed it. Cameron was blindside. He didn't, obviously didn't see it coming, but I can't sit here and say, oh, you got a better pocket awareness, because obviously I've never been in that situation. But at the same time, when the game is on the line and you have to make a play, you cannot let that happen. Bolden had 2 touchdowns. Rice had 121 yards and a TD, so a pretty solid game. RG3 was 15-26. Still not the best when it comes to completion percentage, with 242 yards and a touchdown. Alfred Morris really had a good game. He had 126 yards and a touchdown. And the thing that essentially lost the game for the Ravens was a great read adjust by Pierre Garçon in the fourth quarter. And it wasn't even like it wasn't a supposed double move, but when Pierre Garçon realized RG3 bootlegged out, and when Pierre Garçon realized that the safety jumped the route, that the quarterback jumped the route, and the safety help was supposed to come over, but was a step slow, he side adjusted the route, and actually it was a great route adjust. I was very impressed by it. Hate to say it, and of all the throws that, why couldn't RG3 just sail one? Sadly, he didn't, and that was the game. Another thing was kind of a scary moment. Haloti Ngata, it wasn't like a dirty hit or anything, or even that big of a hit, but RG3 was going to kind of slide, but he kind of went head first, and Ngata, kind of had to adjust and hit his body, and his leg whipped around. Oh, it was ugly. Ugly. Amazingly, they're saying that it's only a sprain, but his knee, if this is how your knee usually flexes like this, his knee went like that. It was crazy. It was crazy. So that was my first loss. Now the second one was just disgusting, and I never like seeing a team give up. And I can't say that they have. And I also haven't had a chance to watch the game, so I don't know what exactly happened. But anytime that you lose 58-0 to your interdivisional foe, That's a problem. That is a problem. They gave up 28 points in the second quarter. And what's crazy is we actually had a better third down efficiency when last week we didn't get one third down. Um, Total yards were like 154, which is crap. Had 111 pass with only 43 rushing yards. That's just pathetic. Plus, what really killed it, 8 turnovers. 8 turnovers. The guy who had Seattle defense got 45 points. 8 turnovers, 4 fumbles, 4 interceptions. We had 9 penalties. Got sacked 3 times. We were never even in the red zone. Not once. Skelton went 11 for 22, 74 yards, 4 interceptions, a 18.2 quarterback rating, and a .4 QBR. I said that right, .4, less than 1. So then we got Lindley, went 8 of 17 for 59 yards, 55.8 QBR, and a 7.7. I'm sorry, 55.8 quarterback rating and a 7.7 QBR. That's pretty horrible. Fitzy got 11 targets. I think 8 of them were in triple coverage, just throws that shouldn't have been thrown. Got 1 catch for 2 yards. It's to the point that I'm actually going to drop him for my fantasy team. A guy that I took in the 3rd round, I'm going to drop for my fantasy team. Not trade, not put on IR, drop, cut bait. Yeah, just pathetic. One thing that really also killed us, Patrick Peterson, my boy, 2 fumbles lost. Kind of sucks, but he did have a beautiful interception. It was crazy, like across his body, adjusted to it. Great interception. I got to give him props for that. It was really impressive. But that was pretty much the only high moment for the entire week. Marshawn Lynch had only 11 carries for 128 yards and 3 touchdowns. So overall, both my teams, bad week. One of them stunk it up. The other one should have taken the game down, didn't. What can you do? There was another tragic situation in the NFL. A practice team member for the Cowboys was killed in a single car drunken driving accident, and the player that was driving is named Josh Brent. Also, he actually was a starting player for the Cowboys. Actually, was arrested for intoxicated manslaughter. Just horrible to see, especially when everybody knows, the availability of these services that teams give. Confidential services. We'll come and pick you up. If you've had too much to drink, we got you. But people just don't do it. And that's one of the problems with alcohol, is it does cause you to feel little, indestructible, a little bulletproof. And next thing you know, stuff like this happens. Just horrible. Serious people, don't drink and drive. It's just stupid. Literally, it's just stupid. Nobody ever thinks that they're going to be the one who gets popped for a DUI, or that they're going to be the one who has an accident or kills somebody. But imagine this dude. It was his best friend, his college roommate, he killed. How do you live with that? How for the rest of your life do you live knowing that you killed your best friend? I don't know. I don't know how you could do that. If I killed my cousin, you guys know he's one of my best friends. He's one of my tightest dudes. I can't even fathom that. Just be smart, people. Come on. So rest of the week, actually in a rather inspired game, Dallas ended up beating the Bengals. So it was they banded together. It was cool. They actually did a tribute beforehand, and they put the player who died's jersey on the bench. So I thought that was kind of cool. The Browns won 30-7 over OKC. Browns actually looked pretty decent, surprisingly. Um, Colts had another comeback win, won 27-23. It is officially the most comeback wins for a rookie in history. Um, Vikings just rolled the Bears thanks to another incredible MVP performance by Mr. Peterson. All day's killing it. The fact that it hasn't even been a year since he just like put a firecracker in his knee and just exploded it is ridiculous. Um, Chargers won over Pittsburgh, which really could have helped us out. We would have locked up the fucking division, but couldn't do that. But the game ended up 34-24. It wasn't even really that close. Philadelphia beat Tampa Bay. I can't figure out the Eagles. One week they look atrocious, the next week they kill it. Can't figure out Tampa Bay. One week they look great, the next week they suck. Don't know. Another game that I saw was a trap game, and really wanted to put money on it, but I didn't have the balls, was the Panthers over Atlanta. I don't know what it was. It was in Carolina. I just had this feeling that the Panthers were going to win, and they did. They were all over Atlanta. They came out, I think it was like 21-0 or 23-0. And another team just blowing somebody out was the Giants. Just crushed the Saints, won 52-25. Giants are another team I can't understand. Again, you never know how they're going to be. And then finally, the Monday night game was supposed to be this great, back and forth, two juggernauts. Let's go at it. One of the juggernauts showed up. The other one didn't. And that was the Patriots, where they won 42-14 over the Texans. That wasn't even that close. I mean, Brady had 4 touchdowns. Hernandez had 2 touchdowns. Dante Stallworth, was it Brandon Lloyd? Yeah, I think it's Brandon Lloyd. Both had a touchdown. I mean, it was a decimation. I mean, J.J. Watt didn't bat one ball down, or J.J. Swat, as everybody calls him. It was just ridiculous. So there you have it. There's NFL for Week 14. Let's get to fantasy. The good news of the day is I had a bye because I was the overall number 1 seed in the BFFL league. I had a bye for the first round. Always good. But amazingly, I actually had a somewhat decent week. Jamal Charles got 22.5 points. Vincent Jackson got 19 points. Josh Freeman got 18 points, which for that team is pretty decent. But then we get to the Any Given Sunday week, and sadly, I had a very, very, very slim chance of making it to the playoffs. It's officially gone with this loss. To bring my record to 6-8. So it's officially all over now. But ended up scoring 117.4 points. But I lost to my boy Dave, who scored 141.46. I got 36.44 points from Brady, which is actually the number 3 performance for the week. Had a good day from Gore with 15.5, Britt 18.3, 11 points from Crosby, but then the rest of everybody else was in single digits. You're not going to win when you have 4 people that score double digits and the rest in single digits. I mean, it's just not going to happen. And I've had a lot of those weeks this year, especially when I'm going up against Victor Cruz, Aaron Hernandez, as well as Denario Alexander, who had 2 touchdowns, actually 3. And also I got 3 points from the Texas defense. When you give up 42 points and literally get nothing but 3 sacks, that kind of sucks. Maybe they had 1 interception and a sack. I don't remember. Regardless, it was horrible. So, 0-3 for Week 14. I don't know what to do. I think we're going to have to go back to our roots for next week, especially because I got my playoff game. So I think we're going to go back to the Cardinals jersey, see what happens, and we'll go from there. So, as always, I am Matthew Maley. This is MatthewMaley.com. Thank you guys for checking out my videos, as always. Sorry I haven't been putting up as many videos lately. Haven't been able to play as much poker as I would like. And, haven't been buying as many shoes as I would like. So, but thank you guys for sticking with me. As always, I appreciate it. And stay tuned. You know I'm always going to be coming with some new stuff. So, I am Matthew Maley. This is MatthewMaley.com. Please check out the rest of MatthewMailey.com. Check out the current video blog tab. See all my newest and greatest, whatever I'm getting into, I guess you could say. Then you can also check me out on YouTube if you like. Just search for Matthew Mailey Poker. You can also check me out on Facebook, again, Matthew Mailey Poker. Check me out on Twitter, @Matthew Mailey. And finally, Instagram, again, Matthew Mailey Poker. I will catch you guys in the next video. Hope everybody had a great week. Peace out, y'all. I'm sorry, weekend. Peace out, y'all.